In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create a Renko bar chart for both live trading, and then I'll do another tutorial for back testing at the end of the video. So at the top of this video, you can see the URL where this tutorial is located if you want to just follow the steps. But I'm going to actually go through the steps in this video so you can see what I'm doing. If you don't know about Renko bars yet, they only record price movement and they completely ignore time. And this greatly cleans up your charts. Here you can see a 1 hour candlestick chart compared to a 25 pip Renko bar chart. And they're very good at creating order out of chaos. So they really clean up your charts. And if you're using indicators, it'll really clean up false signals on your indicators too. So first thing you need to do is download my Renko Script. It's free. You just have to register on my website and then click this link here to download the script, and then copy and paste the Renko script into your scripts folder of MT4. Now, Renko bars are created from 1 minute candlestick charts, since it's the smallest time frame that MT4 will create for you. So go to your MT4 and open a 1 minute chart, which I will do here. Okay, I'm going to open the Market Watch here. Right click over the currency pair you want to trade and hit chart window. It's going to open a 1 hour chart, so click 1 minute. Then you're going to go find your Renko script. Click and drag it onto your 1 minute chart. And then I already have some presets loaded. Renko settings, here we go. For live trading, I have this one. I'm going to have these already prepackaged and ready to go for you if you are using one of my EAs. Okay, so you want to check all these boxes. For a 10 pip Renko chart, the bar range is the size of the bar. 10 is 10 pips. We want to use a non-standard time frame for live trading. And so 110 is a time frame that MT4 doesn't know what it is, so it's not going to interfere with it. And set the max bars all the way. Back test mode, I always keep it set as true whether I'm trading live or not. So always set this to true. And you can show wicks and candles, that's optional. Keep this rescale for 5-digit broker to true. Short reversals, I keep this false because I like the reversal bars to be larger than a normal bar. If it's false, a reversal bar will need to be 2 times the size of a normal bar. This helps keep the noise down and makes it hold trends longer, basically. So I'll show you some examples of that. So let's hit OK. Okay, in the top left-hand corner, you can see it says offline chart to open is Euro Swiss M110. So go to File, Open Offline, and look for Euro Swiss M110. Here it is here. So hit Open, and here's our Renko chart. Now, I don't like these green bars, so I like to change the setting. I have a preset file called Blackback, which I include with the EA, my Renko EAs. And here you can see the Renko bars, and you can see the reversal bars are twice the size of a normal bar. So here's a 2 reversal bars here. They are 20 pips, whereas a regular bar is 10 pips. Okay, I'm going to switch back to my tutorial page on my website and see where we're at. Here I open the 1 minute chart. We open the navigator, loaded the Renko script here. Chose the settings. And I just loaded a preset file instead of going through all these individual settings, but I told you what they do. Here you can go over everything very carefully if you want. These are settings for live Renko bars. And here I have instructions for settings to use for backtesting. Okay, right now we're just going to do the live bars. And here I loaded a preset file, some instructions for that. And you can save different settings for the Renko chart. That's what that's talking about there. Okay, here it's showing you in the top left corner which chart to open. Oh, yeah, this is important. Each time you restart MT4, you must reattach the script to the 1 minute chart, because closing MT4 will stop the script. And when you reopen it, it will not start up by itself. So that's something important you have to remember if you're trading an EA on Renko bars using my script. It's best to run the EA from a VPS that runs 24/7 that you never shut off. But if you do, make sure you restart the Renko chart. Number 8, it says go to File, Open Offline. We already did that. Here it shows you to open the Euro-Swiss M110. And number 10, I'm telling you how to change the appearance with the template and how to create your own. And now your Renko bar chart is ready to attach an EA to for live trading. So let's go do that. I'm going to show you how to attach the EA. We don't need that anymore. I'm looking for my Renko EA here. Here it is. Click and drag it onto the chart. Okay, I'm going to load a preset for this EA. I have them saved in the tester section. Here's my Renko bar settings for 10-pip bars. And if you go to the EA sales page, let's see here. This is one of the settings I like, 4E. So let me go find 4E. Okay, after you load your preset file, you can see the name of the preset file at the top here and the name of the EA. And that's it. All the settings are done here for you if you're using my EA and the preset files. And now I'll show you how to create a chart for backtesting. So let's go back and load the Renko script. And this time I'm going to choose a preset for backtesting. Now to create a Renko chart for backtesting, the time frame has to be a time frame that MT4 recognizes. 1440 is the daily time frame. You could use 5, 10, 15, 30, 60, or even 240, which is the 4-hour chart. Okay? And these are minutes. 1440 is minutes. So you could use 240, that's 4 hours, or 60. But I like to use time frames that I rarely use or I don't need. So we're going to use 1440. And you want to show wicks for backtesting, definitely. And backtest mode definitely needs to be true, okay? And we're doing large bars, we're doing large reversal bars, so we're going to leave that as false. And you also have to allow DLL imports, and check both these here. Okay? So, it's creating the bar chart, Renko bar chart now. We have to go open Euro-Swiss M1440, go to File, Open Offline. Now the 1440-minute chart is a daily chart, so we want to look for daily here. And we can see it has 13,147 bars. And there's our chart here. I'm going to load a different template just because it's more pleasing to the eye. And now I'm going to load the EA. Now, if you just went down here and chose the EA in the strategy tester, it's not going to know which chart to attach it to, okay? If I went and chose daily, it's going to just run the test on a normal daily chart. So you have to attach the EA to the chart first. Renko, here it is, this one. Okay, click OK. Don't worry about the settings because you're going to choose the settings in the strategy tester. So right click on your chart, choose Expert Advisors Strategy Tester. Now that is going to load. In fact, I'll do it again. That's going to load the EA on the proper time frame. It says daily, but now it knows that it's an offline chart. Okay, because we had it open it itself rather than just choose it from here. And for the back test, I'm not going to use every tick. It takes too long. And for Renko charts, it knows exactly where the open and the close of the bar is. So I get the same results whether I run the test in every tick mode or control point mode. The difference is very, very, very little, maybe on a few of the exits. So if you're using my EAs to run a back test on a Renko chart, just use control points and you get virtually the same results as every tick mode. And it speeds things way up. Okay, I'm going to run a back test, but first I'm going to choose the preset file that I want to use. And where did that go? Here it is. And I wanted to do 4E, since that's what we loaded for the live trading. Hit OK. Now I slowed this down so we can see it. All right. And the data on the left is from the EA. It's telling you what some of your settings are here. So let's go through here and see what we get. Sometimes you have to slow it down so the chart can populate. There's a good run there. That was the first cycle target. I'm not going to run through this whole test. It's going to take a while. I just want to show you some examples of what this particular EA is doing. Okay, there's 2 cycle targets. I don't have to stop it. Yeah, I'll stop it. Okay. Let me take these indicators off here. It's $2,700 profit. This is a really profitable EA. Let me show you what this is doing. It is so simple. It's trading around this moving average here. Okay. but it's only with the settings I'm using, it's trading only on the second bar, or I think the 9th consecutive bar. The 2nd consecutive bar or the 9th consecutive bar. See, here's the 9th consecutive bar here, where this buy signal is. But most of the time it'll be on the 2nd consecutive bar. Here's another 9th bar entry up here. And so it will sell above this moving average, and it'll buy below it as long as it's on one of those two different, either the 2nd consecutive bar or the 9th consecutive bar. And if you get a signal in the opposite direction, it'll close and trade in the opposite direction. So it does not hedge, and it only opens one trade at a time. So it's perfect for US brokers. But this EA is currently free if you open an account at Blueberry Markets in Australia under my IB number, and I'll give this to you, and it's yours free for as long as you have the account. And you can put the money into trading rather than spending it on the robot. And I'll even help you set it up and help you maintain it. Your success is my success, so I have no problem with that. So you can see here, this is extremely simple strategy. The logic is like stupid simple. But the AO is a lot of work to make because it's not just those two bars. You can customize this any way you want. You can have the trades open on any bar you want, the 3rd bar, 4th bar, 5th bar, 6th bar, 7th bar, 8th bar, and here you can see I have the 2nd and 9th bar only activated. Down here you can change the trade direction of the signals up here, of each bar. So if this was false, it would be trading in the direction of the bar, but I have them reversed because it's a counter trend consolidation strategy. So I reversed the signal direction of the bars up here. So instead of buying on a green bar, it's selling, and instead of selling on a red bar, it's buying. And it's just going bing, 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 bing. Nothing consolidates like Euro Swiss, so this is the ideal strategy for this. Or I guess I should say this is the ideal currency pair for this strategy. And it just, the win rate is very high. I use a large stop loss because it's good to have a higher win rate. And it almost always pulls back. It never travels very far, never trends very far in one direction before making a correction. So it's worth it to take that little extra risk than to constantly be getting stopped out. See here, this one went 125 pips negative, but it's using 132 pip stop, I think. So I think it came close. Oh yeah, you can see the stop loss right over here. But it corrected and closed up here. And here you have a really nice run of winning trades. So anyway, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to run the full back test for you, okay? Here, I have it in fast mode now. Now, if you've read my book, The Roulette Trader Money Management System, you'll understand what these cycles are doing down here. You see these peaks in the lot sizes, and then it drops back down to 1 unit. These are different size lots here. So on winning streaks, it increases the lots until it hits a certain maximum, which is I call the cycle target. And when you get a win at your cycle target, it drops back down at 1 unit to lock in that profit. And it just keeps repeating that. If you want to compound profits between each of these cycles, then you would just make an adjustment in your lot settings. You would increase your lot sizes according to your new balance each time. And then you can see some really serious compounding. So after the 5th cycle here, we're at $16,000 balance. I believe this back test started with $10,000, which is far more than we needed. We could start this with $250. So this right here is 6,000 profit, actually. Can I pause this for a second? There's another cycle target. That's 8 targets now. Now you see this flat section here? This is when things weren't going well and it was taking a lot of losses. So with the money management system, when you have losses, it decreases the lot sizes. But you can't go smaller than 0.01, so it bottoms out at the smallest lot size possible, and you get just a sideways equity curve. And it'll drift down a little bit if you have consecutive losses, but most of the time it's just, for the most part, it's sideways. And then when you get a winning streak, it just shoots straight up. So here we are, and it is September 21st, 2020, and I've been trading this EA for about 3 months now, and my equity curve looks just like that. In fact, I'll show you. That's it right here, live trading at Blueberry Markets. Okay, so it is doing exactly what it did in the back test, and that's what you want to see. Okay, before I go here, I'm going to show you a couple more back tests. Go back to our chart, right click, choose strategy tester, so it loads the EA on the proper time frame. And I'm going to load preset file 4C here. This is another one I like. It's using consecutive wins, sky's the limit money management strategy, which you can read about in my ebook, the Roulette Trader ebook. And so what we're going to do here, $250 balance. I'm going to load 4C. I have a lot of preset files here for my testing. Let's get it going. Now this strategy will continue to increase lot sizes following qualified wins up until there's a qualified loss. A qualified loss means it has to be at least a certain size. So you can see all these cycles reset whenever there's a big loss, right? And that is to protect you in case the losing streak was to continue. So when things go well for a long time, you get these really huge runs of profit that your broker will probably hate you for, but you're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. So who cares, right? So let's see, our $250 at the end of this cycle is already $7,830. Let me open this up for you here. Now with this strategy, you can see things can go sideways for quite a while if you don't have a long winning streak. So it requires some patience. You have to have patience to wait for these big runs of profit. And sometimes people get impatient and they want to give up because they want to make money every day, and that's just not how really profitable trading works. You have to wait for the market to cooperate. But when things are good with these EAs, things are really good. So try to have patience and just let it do its thing. Like this period here, it still went up a bit. Okay, looks like the back test finished. we have $12,217 profit from an initial $250 balance, and this is without compounding between cycles. Okay, this is just repeating the same settings over and over and over again. MT4 cannot compound profits between each of these cycles. It's just the EA is not programmed to do that. I tried to program that. It didn't work out very well. I've had many clients try to program it. It doesn't work well. So this is something you'll have to do manually if you want to use this EA here. But it's quite worth it. Okay? And it also lets you control what's going on. Okay, so let me do another one here real quick. Some people like consistency rather than these big waves up and down. And I have a setting for that too. It's a negative progression money management, and it's preset 5J. So let's go back, open the strategy tester, and we will load preset 5J. Okay. Now this is an opposite type of money management strategy where it increases the lot sizes following a qualified loss to make back that loss quicker. And then following a qualified win, it will decrease the lot sizes. But it will not snowball your lot sizes like the last one did, because if it did, it would be snowballing losses instead. So this one caps out at 4 units. See there? Goes from 0.01 to 0.04. These ones up here, if I can get it to show up. There it is. And that's as high as it'll go. You can change that if you want. You can make it go as high as you want in the settings. But I found this was the best result. Gives the best ROI for this type of strategy. And these turns are very, very consistent. And this is not compounding either. This is just using the same settings over and over and over again. But this EA averages up to 9.2% a month based on a $250 allocation per 0.01 unit size, which is the smallest lot size here. And you can compound monthly if you want, or anytime you're at a new profit high, you can compound your profits. It's up to you. This here, I think, was the worst drawdown we had. And this back test goes back to February 2015. Now we're in 2019. So this goes even through all the Brexits. This wasn't even Brexit here. Brexit was somewhere over here, I think, in June of 2016. Yeah, you don't even see it here. This was probably it here, right? This little bump here. Okay, so that's one of the biggest moves we've seen in a long time was this day, and all you got is this little drop here. Even through the coronavirus pandemic, what was that, in March 2020, when the markets went crazy? It's nothing. Barely shows up. In fact, I think it made some good money during that time. Okay, here we are at the end of September 22nd. $1,512 on $250, but this is without compounding, okay? If you were to compound your profits every month, this would be more like a big curve pointing up. Okay, if you want to learn more about this EA, go to my website, roulettetrader.com/RenkoEA. And I'm currently not selling this EA because, well, so many people have trouble using Renko bars, but after this tutorial, I think it might get easier for people. So contact me and ask me if you don't see it for sale. You can get this EA for free. Just click get this robot free, it'll take you to my free robots page, roulettetrader.com/free-robots. And it'll tell you how to get all of my robots for free, all right? Just open an account at Blueberry Markets, and there's the links here. And here's a list of all my trading robots that you can get for free, including a money management trade copier. This thing's really cool. If you have an EA that you got from someone else and you want to apply my money management strategies, just set that EA to 0.01 fixed lots, and this EA will copy the trades and apply my money management strategy to the trades. It's really cool. And if you haven't read my ebook yet, I encourage you to do that to learn my money management system. And just go to roulettetrader.com. Scroll down and enter your email address. I'll send you a link to where you can purchase the ebook on Kindle, or get the PDF directly from me, or you can read the free web version in my members area. Okay, you just have to register on the website and then you got full access to it. Nothing to download, it just reads like a web page just like this. And that's the free version. But if you want it on Kindle, you can get it on Amazon, or you can buy the PDF directly from me. Okay, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Any questions, go to my contact page. And let's see, here it is. And you can just fill that out or just send me an email, don@roulettetrader.com. All right, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Take care and happy trading.